Hello, Magnus Nilsson's back again here. Magnus Nilsson from High Traffic Vault School. And today's lesson I will teach you about something which the majority is not really doing, unfortunately, for themselves. Because this is a couple of $1 million ideas I will give you for free. If you do this, I'm sure that you will really get into the business and you will have commissions, sales, or whatever you want to do in whatever niches you're doing it, you will succeed. Believe me, I've done it myself. So, what we will go through today is, first of all, your invisible bank account. There are two typical bank accounts I will talk about. The next one is the number one, buying emotion. And I'm not sure if you know what that is. That's a secret for now. And later on we get on into the authority building method. And this is a real key to succeed. And you better have big ears and listen well and catch it. Then you will have a lot of fun in your business. And last but not the least, it's the magic triangle. I will show you some really nice things how to get your business rolling like an automatic machine. So, let's take this away first, and then we go back to the invisible bank account. So, what is the invisible bank account? Well, first of all, when I've been in this business since I started, I've heard that the money is in the list, in the email list. I've heard that a million times. At first, when I did what everybody else did, I got thousands of leads, but I didn't get the money which I was expected to get. And I was wondering, this is not really right, and nobody else is doing it. So about 99% of the people who do this internet marketing is not getting the money in the list. So, if the money was in the list, what would you do? Well, for instance, you can always go to Fiverr.com. If you go there, there's a lot of people selling millions of email addresses. Like $100 for 10 million email addresses. They are spam companies. So at first I thought, wow, I could have 10 million or 100 million email addresses. I mean, think about if I can convert just 1% of them, I would be a billionaire. That's wonderful, don't you think? So what happens is, most people who do this, they get nothing out. In the best way, they maybe get an accusation from some attorney or something that you are doing things you are not allowed to do. So, whatever you do, don't buy spam addresses. That's not what this business is really about. But for Fiverr, you can use it for all other services. Take a look there. There's very good help you can get there for only $5. Isn't that fantastic? So, now we say that there's no money in the list normally unless you do what I'm going to tell you now. Normally there you have two bank accounts. The physical bank account is where you have your money in, like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, all these big banks. And the other one is something most marketers don't really think about. Do you know what it is? That's the invisible bank account. That's where you get the trust, the goodwill from people who like what you do. So, let me see now. You have a list. This list is built of my bank account people. That's when you have a relationship. with your lists. But that's not the whole truth, because you need to establish this relationship by doing certain things. You have to cultivate your relationships. How do you cultivate it? Well, I would say that the best way to cultivate your relationships with the list, the people who has opted into your list and they want to know more about your promises and what you can help them with. Because why they opt in is because they are having an outcome of you can help them. And this thing is you give them a lot of value. That could be you teaching them, educate them to become what they love to become. And when you do this, the trust in you will increase a lot. And the more they like you, the better your invisible bank account will go up. So you can show this in another way too. Here we have, let me see now here, we have value. Or really what it's about goodwill for you. The goodwill, the more goodwill you have, the better is your situation with the list. So I'll write also here, goodwill. Then you can think about, what do you have here? That's the negative part of it, really. It's about all the pitches you do as a marketer. And you know, if someone asks you to buy from me, you don't really like to open the mails anymore. You don't want to see it, especially if it's coming 2-3 mails a day. That's too much, too much. So what happens first? Your first email you get from a marketer, or from me, or from any marketer, you think it's a lot of value. It's really good stuff. And you maybe got a video, maybe got a PDF, you got some, whatever it is, it's a value stuff, which I can educate you in what you need to know. So you think this is good. Then what happens normally with an ordinary, typical marketer? I hope you're not typical, because I like you to be untypical. So they say, hey, buy this stuff. And you think, it's not so good. You go down a little bit. And then comes another pitch. Buy this. And you go down here. The next pitch, buy from me, buy. In the end, it plummeted out to be just about zero. So all your goodwill will disappear if you don't fill it in with a lot of good value even afterwards. So think about this. Your invisible bank account is really the goodwill value, and you need to fill it up all the time in order to be able to pitch and get your mails open again. That's the trick. So once you do this, you have to put in some really good value here, a video or some teaching. So it goes up again, and maybe it will be like this in the end. And when you do this, the higher up you are in your goodwill, the more money you will earn. You should not really chase the money, because the money comes to you anyway if you supply your customers with the right value, or other prospects with the good value stuff they need to have in order to make good businesses. Do you get this? I hope so. Then I will get over to the next real big thing, which is really, 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 really necessary for you to know. And that is something we call the number one buying emotion. The number one buying emotion, the first one. Do you know what that is? It's called positive expectancy. I also make it like this. remember this. It's really, really, really important to know. So, what is that really? If you create a positive expectancy with your customers, with your prospect, with your viewers, it's impossible not to get followers and get deals or buying customers in the end. Because I want to say that what you really need to do, you need to make complicated stuff simple. You need to do simplifications. Just take, for instance, something most people think is quite complicated. It's retargeting. I've heard people who has never been in this business before and explain the retargeting in the right way. It's like, hey Magnus, I don't know what you're talking about. It's so complex that I like you to handle instead. I can't do it. But if you do it like this, you get a lot of traffic coming to your website, your landing page. That's a normal way, the landing page, where you catch all the emails normally. You have a hook or something which makes the people get into your landing page. It's coming 100%, and then, okay, first of all, you have a landing page, and those who opt in here, they jump over to a sales page from where you sell your stuff. But all people who gets here, they don't opt in. They come, they see what your landing page looks like, and they go away again. Say it could be 80%, sometimes 90%, just disappear. You never know that they were there, and they had some type of feeling for it was interesting, but was not right time right now. The timing was bad, but they were interested. So, what is then retargeting? You don't want to lose these people. So, once they come into your landing page, just for a microsecond, a little pixel will be dropped on their browser. And this means that all these 80-90% will be collected into a cloud, you can say, a list, a special type of list, where all these retargeting people get in. And that means wherever these people are going on the internet, they could be into CNN, for instance, and suddenly when they're there, bam, there comes your ad. So in all possible ways, you can decide how often your ad will be shown. You decide yourself. But the thing is, that means that all these 80-90% of people, they will get your ad over and over and over again till they get back again and buy from you. Isn't that wonderful? So if you explain it like this, landing page, people come into your landing page, they did opt-in, they get to a retargeting cloud with the little pixel on their browser, and this means that wherever they walk around in the net, they will see your ad, and they can get back here again. So that means that go back here and say, oh yeah, I remember that it before. I had no time before, but I like that. So they opt in, and suddenly, see this 15-20% of the people came first will go up maybe to 50%. You know what that means for your business? That's awful. That's awesome. Really great. So that's one thing you should learn about this. I'll think about this way. Then we get over to the next step. Because when people get this type of positive expectancy, what is that differs you from the other marketers? Well, what do you think? When you give them a lot of value, you educate them how to do things which no one else is doing. That means you are positioning yourself to be an expert. You will be an authority. And as an authority, that means that people like to get to your place and follow you. They want to know more about What should I do next? What is the best way? You know. And if you are that person who can then get new ideas to them and educate them more and more and more, guess what? You are the authority. So, authority is really, really important. You can compare this with, for instance, you want to go to a new restaurant, an exclusive restaurant, and you get there and you're not really hungry. So they said that, well, maybe you should just take a little tasty bit, a little appetizer, and you taste this. Wow, that was good. That was good. Maybe you want to have a little bit of the main course. You taste a little bit from there. Wow, now I'm really hungry. And you taste all the different bits you are going to eat there, but just a tiny bit to get you hungry on it. You want to have more of it. This is the same thing you do as in this authority building machine. Let's say that this guy or girl standing here, he wants to get over to the product where they can make money. And in order to get over there are a couple of things you need to do. And that's what I want you to, as an authority, teach your prospects, your customers to do. There's maybe 3, 4, should I say it's 4 pieces or milestones to get over there. But first of all, what do they need? Well, they need to sell something. They need a product or a service. Maybe that's the same thing. Right? And you can teach them just in a 5-10 minutes video, or you can make a PDF how it's done. Me, for instance, many years ago, I made a little video about how you get to ClickBank and how you pick your product there and what you should look after for. It's not only to pick a product, just any. You need to have a couple of rules to pick the right one, which are easy to sell. Some people think that I will take something which no one else is selling, something which is not on the market. Well, it could be good, but it could also be that this is not a good product. Well, I will get into this later on in another video. But think about this. You can teach them one strategy, how to do this. What do you need next? Or what to say that, what do you want this guy or gal to tell you or ask you? What's next? And that's exactly what I want you to get from this student. Well, you need, when you have a product, you need to catch them and not do that like everyone else in the market does. 98% of the marketers, they go from a product and right over to the affiliate list. And the customer or prospects write their email there. But you never get this email. That's crazy. It's stupid because you have no business otherwise. You need to get your own customers at your list so you can market to them in the future. So you need a website or a landing page also. A website is the same as a landing page in this sense. And from there you can catch their email address. What do you need after that? Well, if you have the website, you have the product, you need the website, you need traffic. We will teach them one single strategy on how to get traffic to this landing page. Of course, there are plenty of different ways, and that's also what I want to do in my schooling. I will teach you complete courses on each traffic and show you exactly what I'm doing on the screen. I set it up. You're standing behind my back, looking down to my screen, and you say, wow, is that so I do it? And he always explains that what I should not do. It's after half an hour, you know exactly what to do, and you can do it yourself. Isn't that great? Anyways, you have the traffic. What you need to do after you have the traffic? Well, you need your prospects to convert, to like your product you're selling, and they need to be converted over to you. So you need to know at least one technique how to convert your prospects. So once you have this, all these things, one single strategy of each is maybe what you need. And then you can get over to the products that you need to buy to get it over. So let me see now, just checking if I have covered everything. Oh yes, one more thing. Your guy or gal here, they think they need money. They want to earn maybe $1,000 a day or $5,000 a day to get a really good future. But that isn't what they really want. That the surfers desire, the real desire, the core desire is something you need to ask your way to. I can ask you, why do you need $5,000 a day? Well, that's because I want to support my family and I want to have a new car and I want to go for a trip there. Okay, why do you want to go for a trip? Why do you want to support your kids and your family? Well, that's because I will feel good about it. Okay, now we're coming somewhere. Why do you want to feel good? And you just go down and ask why? And after maybe 10 times, you're asking why. You're getting down to the real core desire. And that is the trick. If you know what your prospects or customers have as a core desire, you know which button to press on to get them where you want. But that's not all that. It's not everything. Because I'm quite transparent with this. Because the people, they might not know it consciously, but unconsciously. And once you press that button, they like it. And they are going to buy from you much easier. So think about this. You need to know your audience, your visitors, your prospects, what they really, really need to know. Then you're a winner. So, that makes sense for you? I hope so, because this is important and I hope you catch up with it. So, the next thing I want to tell you about is the last point. It's about the magic triangle. What is a magic triangle? Yeah, let me see now. Let's say we start from the list again. We have a big triangle here. All these people you're getting from your list, you need to email them and communicate with them, of course. And how do you do this? Well, you send an email to them. Let me see now. So, and let me see now. You could have a PDF, but most likely you will have a video in which you teach them something. And I say, hey man, hey people, go to my video, go to look at my video, it's on my blog. And that's a simple thing. You just tell them to watch your video in your blog. And in your blog, you have this video, and you have some text, and you have some comment fields. Yeah, they have maybe something here also. So what happens then? They press here, and they know where to go there, because a blog is much easier to find. And that means that they can come back all the time to you. And also, you ask them that, well, hey guys, gals, what do you think about this video? Please give me a comment underneath so I know what I can do for you next time. And all these comments here is something you can pick out and use for your social media, Facebook, wherever you go. Pick them out and say, hey people, I have about 500 visitors. They like this video. Check it out yourself and see what you think about it. And don't forget to give me a comment what you think about it. And this is also good for your testimonials, for your selling, for your conversions. this one is a good argument to put in there, so other people know that, hey, this guy is real. A lot of people have got into his page and looked at it, what he's doing, and they liked it. Maybe I should do the same, right? Make sense? So, this is the real secret. Just go through this around and get into the blog and make them see your video and then comment, so your social media will be filled up with the, goodwill. Yeah, so, and also, this is also about this thing. The goodwill, you know, and the pitches. When you do this, and they come back, you will not go this way. You will stay up here somewhere. Even if you pitch sometimes every now and then, you will not have any real breakdown because your goodwill bank account will be high. What we heard today, that's so important. It's invisible things, I mean, all these things. And people don't do it. It's so simple, real simple. But if you do this and you catch it and it makes sense for you, and you try it and it works for you, you will see that this is a $1 million idea. So don't forget it, and I hope you liked it. And give me some comments if you also think it was good for you. So, hope you're great and have a real nice day. See you soon again. Bye for now.